Okay, so I'm going to try and make this as quick and as painless as possible. This isn't all the eyeshadow I own, but it's most of the single shadows I own. I have ingot shadows that are in palettes. I have MAC shadows in palettes. I have some Morphe shadows that are in palettes. And then I have just generally palettes. So, yeah, let's jump right in and see what we can do. First of all, I'm going to get rid of my bourgeois shadows because I just don't wear them at all. So we have this guy in number 74. It is really pretty, really pretty, but I just don't wear it. And I find bourgeois shadows are so much work for so little payoff. So yeah, I just don't even bother purchasing them anymore. Same with their blushes. Like, I really like their blushes, but they get hard pans so quickly. It's unbelievable. Although I do really want a replacement for this shade. This is gorgeous. I might hang on to this just now for repurchase purposes. I may have a dupe in here actually. We'll keep it to the side. But if not, I will try and get a shadow this color of green because I freaking adore it. This was the one that I was like desperate to make work. So that is in the shades 04, 74 and 07. This Stay Perfect shadow from number 7 can go. It's like a black with gold shimmer in it. I'm totally not gonna use it. This one from e.l.f. can go. It's in Cowgirl. I've had it for quite a while. I haven't used it. It's like a weird sort of poopy brown colour, but not in the good way that we all like. So it can go also. I'm keeping all of my Revolution shadows because I like them. I actually think I might have a dupe of that dark green in here. Let's have a scout through and see what we can find. Yes, we do. We have a dupe in the shade Eden. Yep, we're good. We can quite happily get rid of the bourgeois one now that I have Eden. That is what the bourgeois shadow should have looked like. This is what the bourgeois shadow actually looked like. Huge difference. Huge difference. I am happy now. Getting rid of these Jordana shadows. They're baked shadows that I've just never really used. So one of them is in Espresso Lane and one is in Black Slate. I've just never really reached for them, so they can go. Same with this Bariam shadow. I'm not a big fan of their press shadows. I like their loose shadows. This is in the shade number 5. I believe it was supposed to be called Mushroom. It's just pretty much a nothing shadow. You had to pack this on to get it to work. Same with this Maybelline shadow. I just don't reach for it at all. It's just like again, a nothing shadow. There's no payoff in it. It can go. I'm gonna keep these Look Beauty Statement Eyes because they're good basic shadows. I don't know if they make them anymore, but this is in Gilet. It's a beautiful kind of crease transition shade. And then this one is in Taffeta. It's a really nice crease dark brown shade. We'll see how much I use them over the next 6 months, and if I don't really use them, then I will get rid of them then. We have this little sort of shimmery blue in Island Sea. This is a Stay Perfect shadow from number 7. I'm going to keep hold of this one because I have an idea for it that I need to try out, so I'll keep hold of it for just now. This Rimmel shadow I'm going to keep hold of until I can find a dupe. I'm sure I own one, that is a dupe. It's in Tribute. It's a beautiful rose gold shade. But I will keep hold of this for just now. I'm going to get rid of these two, which is a matte brown from Maybelline and a navy from Rimmel. I have a dupe of this in my MAC palette, so I don't need to keep them. This Look Beauty shadow in Ash I'm going to get rid of because I don't need a grey shadow. I have one in my Inglot palette, so I don't need to keep this one. This is in Satin Sheets from Revlon. I really like this colour, but I have so many shades like it, and this is a discontinued one. I mean, it's really pretty, but I have so much like it, I am gonna get rid of it. Same with this Shimmering Sienna. I have one currently in my Finish 15 by Halloween. I don't need to have two of them, so yeah, get rid of that guy. So here we have my MUA shadows, or at least most of them. Yeah. Here's most of my MUA shadows. I don't reach for a good chunk of them, so let's just make a little space here. We have shade Pearl 14, which is a really nice sort of grey kind of colour. I don't really use grey, so it's gonna go. This one is really pretty, but I do have so many shades like it. This is in Pearl 11, and it's just a shimmery kind of brown shade. It's really pretty though. Again, I will keep this to the side with Tribute and see if I can find dupes of it. I'm just going to make sure this isn't a Tribute dupe actually. No, it's not, but they would look really pretty together. This is shade 3 Pearl. Again, this is it's a really nice silver color. It'd be perfect for smoky eye, but you know, I don't really do them, so no point keeping it. This is a really nice purple shade. It has an amazing duochrome, but I do have those ones from Sugar Pill, so we ain't keeping this. No, we ain't. Here's another sort of purple shade. It's a really dark purple. This is really pretty, but I'm pretty sure I have colors like this in my MAC palette, if not in some palette somewhere, so I don't need to keep that one either. And then we have this guy, which is shade 12 Pearl, and this is the dupe for Max Club, but I have Max Club, so I don't need a dupe. That leaves me with these three. We have Midnight, which is a gorgeous navy blue. I think this is very similar to one that I have in my MAC palette. I'm going to keep it to the side to compare, but if it is the same, I'm going to get rid of it. This is shade 30, which is so similar to MAC's Amber Lights. It's like, I can't justify keeping this. I really can't. I have Amber Lights, so I don't need it. And then we have this guy, which is shade 24 Pearl. And this is like a shimmery kind of pink shade. This is actually, it's a bit pinker than Tribute, but I don't reach for it, so I'm not going to keep it. So I'm getting rid of these Amuse shadows. I've had them for a while. I got them from Cherry Culture. Amuse is like a really cheap brand. Like ridiculously cheap. These were 60p a piece. That's how cheap they were, and that was full price. I think it works out as like, they were like 95 cents or $1. They are really nice shadows, but you know, I have other shadows I could be using, and when these were only 60p a piece, can't justify holding on to them. Next we have my Max Factor shadows, which I really like, so we are going to keep these. We have Savage Rose, Feral Brown, Auburn Envy, Almond, and Burnt Bark. Again, I think Max Factor is a very underrated brand. A lot of people just kind of walk past it as a, you know, fuddy-duddy cream puff pan stick old lady makeup brand, but I like how in the last year or so they are completely rebranding, and they're really coming into their own. So I really like these. I would totally recommend checking out the Max Factor singles. Next I have my L'Oreal singles, which I'm going to keep hold of. This is in Quartz Fumé, or Smoky Quartz. This one is in Breaking Nude, and then we have Escape in Bordeaux, which is my favourite out of the three. It is stunning. So we're keeping that. These I think I'm going to get rid of. These are H&M makeup. This is a glitter shadow in Glitter Green, and I was obsessed with this for such a long time. But you know, it's just a khaki green. I have greens like this in my MAC palette, so I can get rid of this one. And then we have Woodstock, which is like a baked shadow, and this is really pretty, but it's very similar to like Romp by MAC, so I don't need this either. And then we have this duo from The Body Shop in the shade Copper, and this has a dark brown and a copper there. And they're not very pigmented, I don't think. Like, they're pretty and everything, but I don't think they're very pigmented. So I'm going to pass that on also. Here we have my Laura Mercier shadows. I'm totally keeping these. We have Truffle, Burnished, Cur Royale, Violet Asphalt, which is actually a cake liner, Baroque, and Cognac. I have two or three other shades that are currently in a palette. I will show you Violet Asphalt. It's like a beautiful kind of purple shade. You could probably get away with using this as an eyeshadow also, but it makes a much better eyeliner. Really pretty. Another set of eyeshadows I'm definitely keeping are my Sugar Pill shadows. As I said, I do like to keep at least one set of crazy colors, and these are just really beautiful. We have Velocity, Dolly Pop, Love Plus, Flame Point, it's a beautiful orange. We have 2 AM, which is one of my favorite purples ever. Poison Plum, which is possibly one of the best purples ever. Acid Berry, which is a bright lime green. After Party, which is a bright primary blue with some shimmer. Midori, oh no, this is Mochi. This one, I don't know so much about this one though. This is like a matte sort of blue shade. I'm not entirely sure about this one. I will keep it for 6 months and see what happens, but I may end up getting rid of that one. We have Midori, which is a really nice shimmery green. And then we have this one. It's upside down, I'm sorry. Here we go. I think it's this fuck, possibly. But it's a gorgeous sort of shimmery red shade. It's like Love Plus, but with shimmer. I really like my Sugar Pill shadows. I don't give them as much love as I should, but you know, you do what you can. You do what you can. I'm also going to get rid of my last e.l.f. shadow. I believe this is in truffle or raspberry truffle. Again, it's just a shimmery brown with like a reddish cranberry base. I have lots of other shadows like it, so I don't need to hold on to this one. Some more shadows I will be keeping. This is Benefits Where There's Smoke. I believe this has been discontinued. This is possibly one of the few grey shadows that I like because it has a sort of green tinge to it, which makes it slightly more warmer than your basic grey smoky shadow. And then we have Sepia Sand, which is gorgeous. Again, I think this is discontinued. It is a bit of a nothing shade, but it's perfect for those days where you just want a one shadow look. So I will be keeping hold of that guy. We have Field of Bronze, which is a limited edition from Lancome. It was one of their Christmas shadows. It is beautiful right there. Stunning. And then we have my two NARS shadows. We have Lhasa and Ashes to Ashes. Lhasa, I really want to find a way to wear this. It's like a really gorgeous taupe shade. I bought this when it was limited edition, and everybody was going nuts for it. It's a gorgeous taupe shade. I just need to find a way to wear it. And then we have Ashes to Ashes, which is another nice taupe shade that I just need to... It's like a warmer taupe than Lhasa. So I just need to find a way to wear it and get some more use out of it. I will also be keeping my Urban Decay shadows. I love my Urban Decay shadows. I have a single of Naked, which really I should just get finished up because I've had that for so long. I have 4 of the Moondust shadows. We have Space Cowboy, which is gorgeous. Diamond Dog, again gorgeous. And then we have 2 sort of a purpley shade and a greeny shade. This is in Intergalactic, which is stunning. I love mixing this with the Sugar Pill shadows. And this is Zodiac, which is perfect for dark green smoky eyes, which is what I love doing when I do smoky eyes. I either do them like mermaidy, or I go for like red. And then we have the regular Urban Decay shadows. We have Roach, which is the epitome of shimmery brown. Then we have Snakebite, which is like a cool toned shimmery brown. And then we have a YDK, which I believe this is going to be the dupe for Tribute, I believe. Let's just swatch them together and see. Nope, they're totally different. Although Tribute is very similar to Roach. Yeah. It's just a bit paler. Yeah, I'm coming to the conclusion I can't find a dupe for this in my collection. But I'm finding lots of things that are similar enough that I'm happy to get rid of it. So we're getting rid of it. We're also getting rid of the 17 Pearl because that's very similar to Snakebite. So yeah, we're making progress here, guys. We're making progress. And I also have Midnight Rodeo, which is like a shimmery kind of taupe shade. It's beautiful. Let's get everything else out of the way that isn't NYX. We have 2 ingot shades. This grey one can go. It's in the shade 349. And we have this sort of gorgeous dark shimmery brown in the shade 422, but I'm pretty sure I have something similar to it in my ingot palette, so it can also go. We have my 2 number 7 shadows that I really like. We have Wheat Shift and Mink. Mink is more cool toned, Wheat Shift is more warm toned. They're perfect lid shades. I will probably keep versions of that in my collection forever. This is Velvet Emerald. It's a matte green. It's one of my bare mineral shadows. I told you earlier that I was pretty sure I was missing a couple, and this one needs to go in that drawer. And then we have Milk Chocolate from Natural Collection, which is a nice sort of matte brown, perfect transition color, which I've hit pan on, so I will put this in a project pan soon and get it finished up. Lastly are 3 MAC shadows, which I really like all of them. We have Cut to Fit, which is like a coppery shade. We have Vainglorious, which is a cranberry shade. And then we have Gazette Grey, which again is one of the few greys that I like because it is a more warmer grey. This is more of like a matte grey with some shimmer in it. And it's the kind that you can put all over the lid and in the crease, so it looks like multiple shadows. But yeah, keeping those guys. Okay, so here we have most of my NYX shadows. First of all, I'm probably going to keep most of the round ones. The square ones, however, I am probably going to get rid of most of them. Because, you know, they are quite old and I have dupes of them, like Silk. It's a shimmery peach shade. It's very similar to Wheat Shift. It can go. We have Casablanca, Kissing Casablanca, which is a really nice blue shade. But it's very similar to one that I have in Sugar Pill. So, sorry, you guys cannot see that. I'm so sorry. It's very similar to one I have in Sugar Pill, so it can also go. This is Deep Bronze, which doesn't really show up that well. It's just, it's a very blah color. It's not really worth keeping. White, I don't need a white. This is Utopia Gold. Again, it is really pretty, but it's nothing outstanding. It's a very blah, bronzy color. So yeah, I'm being very critical. These are gorgeous colors. I love them, but I can't justify keeping them. I cannot. Just can't justify them. This is Deep Space. This is a gorgeous kind of, it's a lot better of a formula than the original one I had. The other one was chunky glitter. It's like a really dark blue charcoal shade with shimmer in it, so I just don't wear that kind of color. This is Smoky Mountain, which is a black with gold in it. It's really pretty, but I just don't use it, so it's time for it to leave now. This is Herb. I really like Herb. I really, really do. I like Herb a lot. But it's very similar to Sumptuous Olive by MAC. So no, we're not keeping it. Then we have Taupe. I've already gone through one of these. I don't need to go through another one. I'm not putting myself through that. This is Gypsy. I really like Gypsy. It's like... it's very similar to Golden Amber, which is another one of these ones that are discontinued. And I can't actually find Golden Amber at the moment, so, you know. Which is sitting right next to it. Oh dear Lord. I'm doing this a lot today. I can't find this. It's sitting right there. But yeah, this is Gypsy. It's really pretty, but I have lots of colours like it, so I can't really justify keeping it. We have Golden Amber. I'll just swatch that next to it so you can kind of tell. Like, it's basically a little bit more pigmented than Golden Amber and doesn't have the gold shimmer. Golden Amber is currently in a project pan, so obviously that is staying. Next we have Root Beer, which again I don't really use. It's really pretty. It's like a nice taupe shade, perfect for doing smoky eyes. Sensual, which is a gorgeous purple. I mean, this is like a gorgeous purple. But I have other colors like it, so we are going to get rid of that. Peach Bronze is broken anyway, so it's not really worth the hassle. We have Eggplant, which is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. But I think it's very similar to 2 AM. No, it's nothing like 2 AM. It's nothing at all like 2 AM. Oops. I might keep Eggplant until I find a dupe for it, because I really like Eggplant. We have Mermaid Green, which I have versions of. It's pretty, but no we're not. Charcoal Brown, again, another dark charcoal-y color. Rust. Oh, I love Rust. I do. I think there's dupes of this in the new range of shadows, so we'll keep this to the side for just now. We'll keep Rust and Copper to the side, because where is Copper? Here it is. No, that's Eggplant. Ah, Copper. Where are you, Copper? I've lost Copper. Copper and Rust are like my two absolute faves of the NYX range, so I'm going to keep these to the side and see if I can find a dupe for those. This is Hawaiian Coffee. I used it so much that I ended up hitting pan on it. It's like a cool toned sort of grey colour, but I just don't wear it anymore, so I am going to get rid of that guy too. Dark grey, which I just don't use. I don't think I've ever used it. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one too. We have dark brown, which I've used a crap ton of this. I may actually keep this just to finish it, because it's kind of handy having a dark brown, you know. It's handy. We're gonna keep that. We have navy blue, which is it's beautiful. It's a really nice navy blue. It's kind of like the MUA one, but shimmery. I'm bound to have a dupe of it somewhere, so we're just going to pass it on. And these are the last two square ones. We have Antique Gold and Taupe Pearl. Taupe Pearl is really nice. It's pretty, but I just won't. I have other things like it. Same with Antique Gold. I have lots of other things like it. It's like a pressed version of Goldilocks. So yeah. That was productive. That was really productive. And now we need to go through the round ones. I can already spot ones that I want to get rid of, that I'm not, like, totally not gonna wear. Let's just turn them all around first. These 6 are ones I definitely know I won't wear. This is Moneymaker. This one is Wild Orchid, because I have Dolly Pop, and I have Dolly Pop, and I have Midori and Absinthe. This one is in Flirt. This one is in Ultraviolet. This one is in Epic, and this one is in Electroshock. I have my sugar pill ones, so I don't need these ones, and I think I have dupes of some of the purples in my MAC palette, so they can head off. Same with this guy, I think. This is Stoked. It's kind of like a shimmery green. I'm just no, just no. The rest of them I think I will keep because they are still really, really new, and I haven't had a chance to play with half of them. I'm just getting rid of the ones I know I definitely will not use. So I will quickly run through these. We have Skinny Dip, Covet, Kush, Dare. This reminds me a lot of Max Swimming or Steamy. I can't remember which one. This is in Club Crawl. This is in Damage Control. In Motion. Sentiment. Lust. Velvet. Flustered, which looks very similar to Copper, or Rust. Yeah, looks very similar to Rust. As does Heat. Soprano. Coquette. Strike a Pose. Betrayal. Best. Illusion. This looks beautiful, actually. Oh, I'm excited about this color. Tryst. Addiction, which kind of looks like Eggplant, actually. Oh, it does, it does. I think this might be better than Eggplant, actually. It's not quite as purple. No, it's nothing like Eggplant, but it's still gorgeous. It's still gorgeous. I've renewed excitement for things. This is in Haywire. Fancy That. Own the Night, Loaded, Golden Glow, Confession, Lap Dance, Asphyxiation, Over the Top, Bling, Golden Chamber. I'm not too sure about this one actually, but I'll give it a bash and see what it looks like on. Galactic. This looks like a gorgeous navy blue. I'll give it a quick swatch. It is. It's a pretty navy blue. There's a swatch of it there. It's not as pigmented as the navy blue in the previous range, but we'll work with it. In Trend, SOS, Sable, beautiful. Fetish. Now this looks like eggplant. It's a bit more like sensual actually. It's not quite as red as eggplant. That's eggplant in the middle and that's fetish to the left of it. Well, my left, probably your right, but yeah. This is Aurora. It's like a black with like red shimmers in it. And we have a Boomerang. And lastly, we have Burlesque, which again could be an eggplant potential. No, I don't think it is. It's too cool toned. It's more like sensual than eggplant. Okay, so these are all the ones we're keeping. These are what we're getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 57 shadows. I think that's a significant decrease. I'm really happy with this little purge. And yeah, so I think that's it for eye stuff. I might do pencil liners and liquid liners later on. We shall see. But I'm really happy with how things have gone so far, and I will be going through my makeup collection again in 6 months, so we may get rid of more stuff then. We shall see. I am actually going to try and pot these NYX shadows into a palette or a couple of palettes just to get them out of this drawer and out of the way, and then I might get more use out of them that way. And yeah, so next we'll go on to face products.